Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to February's giveaway. So I'm just going to give it a minute or so, just until we are good to go. So I hope you all had a lovely week. I'm a bit sniffly, got the lurgy, which is going around, but have been making the most of my time, as you will probably know. But I got a nice delivery from John Cook at Apollo Angling, some bits and bobs that I needed. So I needed some bayonets and some bigger hooks. So I've been a busy boy getting ready, say, for the warmer months. I feel like I've been doing this forever, I'm not going to lie, but so my connection, it just said connection lost. So hopefully I'm back up and running. Looks like me eye icon's working. So fingers crossed, if anyone can comment saying that they can hear me and see me, that would be great. It's the only downside of living out in the sticks is your internet signal. So yeah, what I was saying was I had a nice delivery from John Cook at Apollo Angling, stocking up on some of my bits and bobs, and you're probably going to laugh at the stuff that I've been tying. So just to show you, you'll be able to see 10 QM1 2024, some bayonets for my method, and then the bottom one is the same, so 10 QM1 with me bait bands. So the method ones are all done nicely. So that one's filled up and ready to go into the feeder stroke waggler box that I take with me. And then all I've got to do at the moment is I can't wait to be able to get this hook length box out. So this is like my Meadowland stroke Larford special. You'll be able to see like 023, 024, and then 026 down there, down to a 12 excess spade. So as I said, stocked up on me hooks. So these are the ones I'm going to be tying tomorrow to 024. Oh, it's mint tying these rather than tying like 010 to a 20 F1 pellet hook, 010 to an 18 F1 pellet hook. This is sort of like prep therapy. This is thick line, a great big bent nail, and I'm looking at that thinking I can't never use that hook surely, but for like Meadowlands and Larford, we've got good times to come, and it's going to be replicated with what I am picking. I almost done it today of just 5 kilos of coarse carp or coarse primer tracks because I'm just desperate to get out. Well, this is how bad it is. Whilst I've been doing my prep, the 2 videos that I've watched a few times now, well, 3 of them actually. One was the one when we was on 17 on new, because I know we've got some meat fishing coming up at Tunnel soon. So I've been trying to refresh my memory for that, getting ready. You know what I'm like with me, absolutely not the best at it. But this year I'm going to make sure that I'm on it from as soon as it's starting to work. So I've been watching that one. I've watched that a few times. But I've also watched Andy's live match that he done for us at Lindome, where he was fishing an overshotted rig, tap, tap, boom. So I've been watching that whilst I've been doing my prep as well. And then the one that I just watched was the one at Willertoft. That was a really nice match, catching some carp shallow. I also watched the Glebe one where he's caught like 200-pound mugging. I'm just desperate now for the warmer weather to come. I'm sure you're all the same. So we've had a few comments come up. So our first one, so hopefully Joe's watching this, Rob. So this one's from Rob Round, donuts as a bribe, Joe, haha. It hasn't worked, Rob. It's not worked, I'm not going to lie. So you need to send more donuts or some donuts, and it'll definitely work. This one's from Adam, loud and clear, Mr. H, fish orange, wide eyes. 1,000,000%. Getting, I'm just desperate now, to be honest. We had a little bit of sun today where I've been, say, doing my stuff because I'm a bit clagged up. And I shouted, Joe, it's sunny, like, you've got to come out. She's come out and gone out the back and it's raining. It's literally, we've had like 25 seconds of sun, but those 25 seconds were mint. I'm sure, say, you're the same, just desperate now for a bit of warm weather. So this one's from Ryan. Hey up, Paul. Hope you and Joe are well, I'm guessing. Yes, all good here, Ryan. Hope you and PJ are keeping well. So yes, Dylan, this is it. Hello, Paul. It soon be 20 degrees and tap, tap, boom. To be honest, on last Saturday's match, even though it was cold, there was not the worst fishing conditions possible for the winter time. not a cloud in the sky. The sun was on me, and I was sat there with no wind, and it was lovely. And I drew a very good peg, which makes it even nicer. But I'm not going to say if I never had a buy, I'd be happy, because we all know we wouldn't be. But I was literally sat there, I had my thermal top on, my t-shirt, my jumper, and just sat there, dobbing a bit of bread, caught a few in the edge. And it was just mint. It's just so nice, like a little bit of sunshine. It just makes you feel the world of good. And then as soon as I was on 31 on New Dylan, you'll probably know where that is, because I know you're a bit of a drawback. As soon as the sun went behind my trees, it was like, oh, where's that gone then? Bloody freezing again now. And I was so close to going out this Wednesday as well, because I'm not a million miles from Monk Hall. And yet again, Met Office, I looked at it and just thought, well, I ain't going out. Raining, freezing. Just roll on some sunshine. And I know we are coming closer to it now. It's like, it's there, isn't it? Lights taking longer to get dark at night. It's a bit lighter in the morning. I'm just desperate for it now. But you're dead right, Dylan. 20 degrees. And we'll all be moaning again, won't we? Can't please us. So this one's from Ryan. We're all waiting for the warmer weather, Paul, even me. Oh, 1,000,000%. Just a bit of sunshine. It just makes us all feel so much better. So this one's from Rog. Afternoon, Paul. Are you going to the Tunnel Barn Mayfest? 1,000,000%, Rog. 1,000,000%. Get booked on it. That one is my favourite festival. Biggest thing is it's a lot smaller than the three main events. So you've got the Shimano Blakes one, the Darwa Pole Masters, and then the Drennan Winter Champs. And as much as I love those festivals, they're mega, and I'm desperate to get my name on one of them at some point. The one difference with the May Festival, what I love about it, is all the others are done on section points, and because they're such small sections. So in the past, like going to Whitehaves when it was 9 peg sections, you could come second and still feel like you could frame or even win, because you can drop a result, even though you don't drop a result, because if you're going to frame, it counts against you. But what I'm getting at is you don't have to win to end up framing. And I've been fortunate enough to be on the right side of it when it's been a low point scoring. And basically what I mean is you don't need a perfect week. You don't have to win your section every day. So if you've had a bit of a bad result on day one, you can still go in and feel like, I've still got 4 more days to be able to catch a few. Whereas with the other ones, because they're such small sections and the standard's so good, you have to win to be able to really even frame. Whereas the nice thing about the May Festival is it's just on and wait. So you draw your peg, you go there, just try and catch what you can from your peg. If you get beat either side, it doesn't matter. You could get beat by like 5 ounces and 10 ounces, irrelevant, because the next day you're all on a similar weight. And because it's done on weight, even if you've had, like this year, if I remember rightly, I should know because I've been watching it, but day one, I want to say I had about £100 on new. Day 2, I think I had 117 or 116 round the back of house. So going into the last day, I wasn't I'm sure I might have been, I don't know, maybe 5th or 6th overall, but I definitely weren't winning it. Last day, I've drawn 19 on extension, had a mint day, £140. And I was only, John Arthur won here. I want to say he had £15 more. And I think Craig Meadows was second. He only had about £8 more. And when I look back over those 3 days, 1,000,000% I had a chance of winning it. And that's what's so nice about that May Festival is going. I remember, I don't know what year it was, but John drew peg 4 on house and had a mega day on, I don't know, it was the year before. It might have been the year before. And he was not nowhere, but, in the pack, a mega last day, and he's right up the top. And that's what's so nice about that one is you go in there, and even going into the last day, we all know what tunnel's like. There's some pegs, 31 on house, 6 on house, extension fish mega the May Festival last year, like 5, 7, 30, 5, 7, 9 and 19. Those pegs, I'm sure John had like 150 both days from like peg 7 and 5 on extension. So you're always going into that last day with a chance of knowing that, I could have a mega weight today and get right up there. So yeah, really, really looking forward to that one. It's a lovely festival. The only downside is what I was going to say is because it's not done on points. Last year, I think Mikey would have come second overall because he drew pants. He drew 9 on club day one, then he drew 40 on new, and then 42 on new, and won his section every day, but unfortunately never framed. That's the only downside of it being on weight. But I'm sure he didn't mind, because what he felt like he learned when he was on 40 and 42 on new ultimately helped him win the Pole Masters in June. So yeah, it's a mega festival, that one. Definitely my favourite. A lot more chilled out, and say it's just nice drawing your peg, go in there, and you ain't got to worry about what anyone's doing around. You just catch, and it's nice because rather than thinking, oh, I haven't drawn the best peg in this section, and you know that peg probably might beat me, this peg might beat me, you ain't even worried about that. You're there and you just think, right, I need to catch something, because every fish that I catch is tallying your weight up. So it's, yeah, really, really nice festival, that one, Rod. So hopefully you're on it. So here we go. Right, I've had a mint comment here, 1 minute. So I'm going to show you in a second this one. So our first one, this one's from Matt. 4 weeks to White Acres. You should get on it. Do you know what I was thinking about it, Matt? I really was, whilst I've been sorting my calendar out, because we got our fish hub festivals this year. And big part of me, I do miss it down there. I really do miss it. But the thing is it's a difficult one, because I had so many years going there where I could go to Porth, and Belingi was the one for me. That's the, like, even now, I'm sure if it was my last match that I could ever fish, I'd still get butterflies in my, I almost feel sick going to Belingi, because you know the little rat bags are there, but trying to catch them. But when it was 9 peg sections, again, what we was just talking about with tunnel, with the sections being smaller and when they're split sections, and when you remember it how I remember it, that you could draw not the best, but because it's every other peg, you can do stuff, and you've got more water to be able to attract the fish. Now I feel like, you know, you've got to draw well to win, no matter where you go, but the draw seems even more important now. And it's just like, I know the last one that I fished, it was the Maver and the Preston. I said to Joe, look, these are probably going to be the last ones, because Joe's mum and dad used to come down. And I said, like, you might want to tell your mum and dad, because it didn't feel the same. And without Porth and Belingi in, and the other big thing was where with White Acres for me in the past, why I loved it, was I used to be able to see so many people that I only ever see down there. So you'll know, because you're up from their area, but like Andy Geldart, James Den, I'd only ever really see them at White Acres. So it was so nice. And again, without that bit and Paul, it just don't feel the same. And say that's the other thing, we got the fish hub festivals now. I'm going to do the 2 at Hayfield. I've not fished a festival at Hayfield before, but yeah, I am toying with it, Matt. I'm not going to lie, but part of me, I don't want to, it's the right word, I remember it how I remember it. So I think if you're new to going to White Acres and you haven't got them memories, you only know it for what you know it, what it's like now. Whereas, say, don't get me wrong, I've had horrific days at Porth. I've had as many bad days as anyone, but when you're sat there, when the conditions are nice, and then bream rock up on the par, or it goes around on a method because you need it to go round, or you're fishing a waggler, with a load of shot down the line, feeding little balls of ground bait or casters for skimmers, little short feeder. But when it goes under on the par, when you've hooked one, or your method's like, and you pick up and you can feel it, like your bum, it literally is like it's never opening again when you sat in the water. So it's difficult now. It's different, is what it is. It's just different. And if it was still as it was 1,000,000%, I'd still be going down. But yeah, maybe Andy's trying to talk me into going maybe on the first one, but I'm just undecided at the moment. So maybe. So this one's from Dylan. Don't know what you're talking about, Paul. I could only dream of a good draw. What is that? Is that laughing out loud face? Yeah, give me all of that, you. I remember one year he'd give me a right hiding on 11 on Genis, it was, weren't it? Was that last year or 2 years ago? Give me a right tuning on Wormslop, didn't you? Yeah, sneaky little Dylan.